Man, that party yesterday was crazy. I have to stop drinking so much. Wait, where am I? Oh God! Okay, I'm not gonna waste your time with another stupid intro. If you haven't already, you need to go play Outer Wilds right now. I finished this game recently, and I can't stop thinking about how much of an amazing experience it is. And don't worry, there will only be very minor spoilers in this video. I want you to experience this game in its fullest. Everything from the characters to the environment is a work of art. The only real problem I have with this game is that I'm an idiot who doesn't understand how momentum works. The game gives you everything you need to know in its tutorial as you go around talking with your fellow Hearthians before getting to the observatory to get the launch codes. And then it just lets you out into the solar system without a real place to start. You choose where your adventure begins. Equipped only with your little sensor thingy and your scout, you're ready to take on the galaxy. Well, mostly ready. The game has an amazing sense of mystery, giving you small hints at every turn you go without giving you too much to figure out in the beginning. But as you search more and more places, you start to be able to piece more things together about what really happened to the Nomai, why the sun is exploding, and why you seem to reset every 22 minutes before the sun explodes. You probably noticed that I mentioned another person just there, and that's because this game has NPCs. Wow. Yes, I know. Truly innovative. Shut up. The NPCs you meet on the different planets honestly make this game such a joy. And I just want to mention a few that I just adore. There's Gabbro, our laid back and chill time bro, who for some reason also appears to be stuck in this time loop with us. But unlike us, he doesn't really give a shit and just relaxes and chooses to cope with it. There's Chert, our lovely astronomer, who is just trying to cope with the fact that the sun is going to explode. I like Chert. And then there's the objectively best NPC in the game, because I love him, and he's great, and amazing, and the best, and amazing, and I love Ryback, our sweet little precious archaeologist, who's terrified of space travel, but loves history too much to not go out and explore it. I don't know why, but I just love Ryback so much. Every time I got to go to Brittle Hollow to see him, I always felt so giddy, and I'm clearly not alone in that, seeing as the developers made him into a Valentine's card this year.
But no drip. Still no drip. Still no drip.
The planets in this game are honestly where this game shines hardest. Each planet feels so wildly different from each other while still feeling so connected in a beautiful and mysterious way. In Order of the Sun, we have the Hourglass Twins, Ember Twin being the one with mysterious caves and tunnels that's being filled with sand, and Ash Twin, which is filled with strange buildings that only get uncovered as more sand fills Ember Twin. Timber Hearth, the planet the Hearthians call their home, and where the Outer Wild Ventures program began. Brittle Hollow, a planet which is literally falling apart at the seams. Giant's Deep, a planet of all water and tornadoes. So, basically Florida. And Dark Bramble, the shittiest trip to the aquarium. And speaking of Dark Bramble, okay, no, let me just go off for a moment. Fuck Dark Bramble. All of my homies hate Dark Bramble. The first time I went there, I got in with no problem without seeing anything. So I just thought, oh, this place is a little creepy, but it's harmless. Only to find out on my second trip there that it's inhabited by these stupid fucking ass fish, which I literally got jump scared by, and I'm forever gonna be salty about that. And then you might say, well, maybe if you paid more attention to the museum, you would have remembered that. But to that, I say, shut the fuck up and enjoy the rest of the goddamn video. Smartass. The soundtrack in this game is phenomenal. Each song in this game complements its location beautifully, and I can't stress that enough. And there's truly nothing more haunting than getting to somewhere you've been trying to get to for ages, only to hear that song.
Wait. No. Wait.
I genuinely can't praise the sound design of this game enough. Not just the music, the sounds of the instruments, the player, the environment are all so massively well done that it makes for an unforgettable experience. And even though I won't show or talk in detail about it, The ending of this game is truly one of the most beautiful and meaningful and satisfying endings to a game I have ever gotten the pleasure to experience. There's so much more I wish I could talk about in this video, but I want whoever sees this to experience the game the same way that I did. Knowing a tiny amount, but not too much as to ruin the fun. All of this is to say, if you like games with amazing storytelling and atmosphere, do yourself a favor and get this game. It's literally available on everything at this point, from Xbox to PlayStation to PC and Switch. I haven't actually played the DLC yet. I know I'm gonna love it when I do, and that it's gonna be amazing, but when I've played it, there's nothing else for me to explore in Outer Wilds, and that thought makes me sad. But I will get through it at some point, and I hope that the developers at Mobius Digital know and will forever be proud of this masterpiece of a game they've made. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that I steered off your boredom for a bit like I steer myself clear of Dark Bramble. And please don't come back. I'm gonna go play the Neon White demo. Have a nice day.